in.
Yeah,
I'm happy. We've already got kind of like 11 people. That is
yeah,
awesome.
that's a good number, sure,
That
actually.
is a very good number to start off. So for the guys who are here, I'm just going to talk about what we're going to do here today, and yeah, and just keep it simple. So again, guys, welcome to the very first Salesforce Saturday from the Kerala group, and we thought we'll do this remote so that there's a chance for more people to come in, and next time we'll do a bit more live videos. So that's the plan. Today, Vetri is going to talk about trust.salesforce.com. And Vetri, thank you for being a leader and going ahead with this idea. And I also have to thank a couple more people. Stephanie Herrera, who started this idea, Natal, who's a leader in Gurgaon, Delhi area, who is also trucking along and having his own Salesforce Saturdays. Atul, I see you've also joined the call. That is awesome. So after after we talk about trust.salesforce.com, we can just open up the floor, talk about anything Salesforce, and there's no question that's too small or too big. Let's try to get it answered. If we don't get it answered, we'll throw it out to Twitter or success.salesforce.com and take it from there. Yeah. So I think with 12 people, let's get started. I don't want to take too much time of your Saturday. Vetri, do you want to go ahead with what you want to share
Yeah,
with us, the team? Yep.
yeah, great. So good afternoon, guys. Yeah, welcome to Salesforce Saturday as a part of Kerala Developer Group. And today we are going to talk about trust.salesforce.com. And hope you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Great. Okay. Um, as she told, let me again go explain what is Salesforce Saturday. And Salesforce Saturday was started by Stephanie Herrera, and she is from Austin, Texas. And what is Salesforce Saturday? It's basically people gather together and share their knowledge, learn new stuff. So and this session can be either online or offline. As per preference, it's so we just wanted to start with the online session, and we just want to make everyone to join. So that's the first online session going on. And about Stephanie Herrera, she's a founder of Salesforce Saturday, and she's a Salesforce MVP. And you can follow her on Twitter handle Steph underscore Herrera underscore. And who am I? Myself, Vetriselvan. I am working as a Salesforce developer at Dazeworks, and Dazeworks, yep, purely into Salesforce consultancy, and we are at Kochi. And you can follow me at Twitter at jvadi3, and my Facebook account is also there. Next, yeah, guys, keep tweeting about the Salesforce Saturday, and don't forget the hashtag Salesforce Saturday and also SFKerala Okay, yeah, here it is. So what is stress.salesforce.com? Okay. Um, we may have like we want to know our org performance or Salesforce instance how it's working, and what is when it is maintenance has been scheduled. So to know about these information, you can get those from test.salesforce.com. It's nothing but a community provided by Salesforce to view your system status, performance, and security. And okay, so on this community, you can find this live and recent system performance data, and any plan maintenance information from the calendar calendar in that, and also the security threats like any security details like threads, recent email threads which has been affected the org. So you can find those information in it. So this is what trust.salesforce.com provides. And yeah, okay. So what is a Salesforce instance? So anyone?
One want to give a shot at that?
Yeah.
What Salesforce instance is?
The Salesforce is active Trailhead, right?
Sorry.
Didn't quite
Trailhead.
catch that. Well, I think Salesforce instance, just to catch up on that, is basically when you log into Salesforce. As you know, Salesforce is a multi-tenant system, and they basically, when you sign up for an org or when a customer buys an org, they give you a space, or I would say a copy of their platform as a tenant. And these copies are located over different locations all over the world. And you might have seen in the URL it's NA24 or CS18. These are the instances for Salesforce as such, to keep track of where you're accessing, or where your code's being stored, or which instance you're actually being assigned for all your functionality for the org. That's at a high level. Guys, feel free to add in if I missed anything there.
Exactly. So yeah, Salesforce instance, as Shiv said, it's like the database, so which is located. It's basically a location actually, and you can see here we have this NA North America, and for EU it's EMEA, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. AP is meant by Asia Pacific, and CS. Yeah, now you can get it easily. So you can see you can get your Salesforce instance like once you log in into your org, and you can just look at the URL, and you can see this CS A3, or if it was production, if and its a server is located in North America, it will be like NA, NA1, NA2. It goes on. So that is how you find your Salesforce instance, which is very important when you want to check things with trust.salesforce.com. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How to get your system status. Okay, you can navigate this to this URL directly. This URL basically provides the system status based on each instance. You can check the current status and also history of your instance, like what happened, what's the system status a week before, or all the information you can get that. And yeah, here you can see, or maybe we can navigate through the URL directly too. Here you have this NA0, NA2, NA3. This is nothing but the instance, the North America server it is actually. And you can see everything is in green, and it means that no problems with the instance for the past 24 hours. Okay, and next what we are going to see is what are the different status provided by Salesforce. So here you can see this available informational message, maintenance, performance degradation, and it is service disruption actually. So these are the different status provided by Salesforce, and they will indicate that. So let's see let's see the status now actually. You can see over here, there is seems like no problem with the North American instance for the past 24 hours, and see you can see some yellow color here, and basically yellow means there is some problem. There is some problem in performance degradation there, and let's see if we get some other status.
Yeah, I think I might be jumping the gun here, but I think you also can see when the next releases are happening and all these amazing stuff. Like,
Exactly, it's there
yeah,
actually.
yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
it's there. That's fine. Yeah. Next thing, as Shiv told, like with trust.salesforce.com, you can see this maintenance calendar. It's like the scheduled maintenance by Salesforce. They will update that in the calendar provided So if any major release, like let's say summer 16 or winter 16, they will keep updates. What are the services? What are the instance that's going to be updated, and what won't which won't work at the time. Actually, you can see over here this live agent system, and yes, there is a maintenance in 25th also. Let's go to that also. First, I'm going to click this calendar. So yeah, today there is a maintenance on this corresponding instances. Asia Pacific 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all is going to go under maintenance, and you can see the description what they are going to update to during this maintenance. The live agent omni-channel, those functionality won't be available. It means that other services are still available. So this is about the maintenance calendar, and you can also view this list wise also. Yeah. So okay, what are the instances that's going to be updated, and what's the release name, and there is a message which states what is going to be updated. Okay, and yeah, the same link here. And the next thing is your system performance. So with this, you can see how many transaction takes place, and also the average transaction time taken. So that is also here. Okay, yeah. So the daily transaction count, see, it's almost 5 billion transaction yesterday actually, and the daily transaction speed, how much time it takes per transaction. You can see this average channel with milliseconds, 196 milliseconds going on. So these kind of information you can get from this trust.salesforce.com. So yeah, it's good. Thanks guys for listening to me. And, you guys can follow me on this. Uh, my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn handle, and I own a group too. You can join that also. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
That's awesome. I just wanted to catch up on a couple more things in general. Like what I use trust.salesforce.com, especially is sometimes you're not able to access Salesforce, or some of the APIs are failing, or there's some problem, especially when customer reports it. What I do is, first thing I do is check trust.salesforce.com, understand if there's any known issues before I raise ticket to support. Because if it is listed on trust.salesforce.com that there is a performance issue, Salesforce generally just closes the case anyway. So this is a much more real time calendar that I trust to give back information to the clients. And also, I believe one of the major things that I want to use is example, especially during the releases. Um, as you guys probably know, the releases happen at different times for sandboxes and production, and within that, for different instances for that example, it gets rolled out at different times. So just to know when this is happening, and how we can prepare for it, because usually when we have like especially Lightning and these newer tools that we're working with, we basically need to make sure that we're prepared for the next release and it doesn't break anything. Or if like in bigger organizations, what they want to do is ensure that they carry out all the usual regression tests and manual testing. So the QA team needs a heads up before the actual release goes out. So they will plan to activate certain releases in their sandboxes and then test it out before it goes live. So that would give you a comfortable window, and you would know which sandboxes to get the release on. One more additional tip on the sandbox side is you do get notifications as an administrator to say, yeah, your sandbox is ready for preview, or if it's ready for all the new releases. But it so happens sometimes if you have multiple sandboxes, they might be on different instances. So if you look at the calendar and check out which sandbox is gonna get the release first, that would give you more time to prepare for the testing and the production rollout of the releases. So that's something that I generally rely on and figure out. I think there's also other updates that it also gives. Basically, the related products, if some downtime or maintenance is also there, like Live Agent is one good example. Um, since even though Live Agent is separate from actual Salesforce, they bundled it up, and you get the information over here as well. So that's my 2 cents. Anybody else wanted to add anything or ask any questions? We can. The floor is open.
I have a question, Shiv.
Go ahead.
Swati. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is actually not related with exactly trust.salesforce, but related with the maintenance.
Yep.
Like we see the maintenance in sandbox and production appears at different times. And when a new release has been made to the org, the API version of the Salesforce changes.
Yes.
So is there any way we can get the current API version of Salesforce in Apex?
In Apex, yes, I believe there is a way to do that. There is a system class, and moreover, there is another way. Basically, um, you can actually set your versions for your APIs in your Apex. Once you save the class, you have an option to do that. But I do believe there is a system method to get the API version as well, a test method. Yeah, but
Okay,
on the
I'm
top
look.
of my mind, I don't know. I'd have to Google too, but there is a method, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good question.
Okay.
Awesome.
And also I have shared this link with Petri. So we also have an API for trust.salesforce.com.
That is
But I don't know if it is currently in use or not because the message says it will be deprecated from August.
okay. Have you used that API before?
No, I haven't used that, but I'm wondering why will they need an API for trust.salesforce.com? What would be the use cases?
That's a good question. Maybe to roll out an email alert, or one of the use cases could be, um, there's this a long shot. Like the cases, right? When they come in, you can actually um, respond back as an email saying, since there is a maintenance happening from this time to this time, we would probably be delayed in responding, and that could be an auto response rule or something that they can put in based on this. But yeah, I've not used the APIs, so yeah, I think this could be one good use case for that.
Yeah, it can.
Awesome. It's a good question. I actually didn't even know that the API was full-fledged. I just figured that we could basically um, check for our instance to see if it's down or not. But yeah, I think there's more. Not too sure. Anybody else have any thoughts on trust.salesforce.com or any Salesforce? You want to share any story or something like what you did last week? That's very interesting, and we can talk about that. That is amazing, right? I see a lot of people. I see a couple of my favorite people there too. Vinay, Atul, guys, awesome. Well, yeah,
Hey, hi, Shiv. This
sure.
side.
Yeah, Vinay.
Uh, I just thought, I just thought, if you can share the story of how the server, that instance was down of NA24,
Yeah.
and means how trust.salesforce.com, that would have been quite, means if people would be aware, then how they could have gone over there and
Yeah.
check the instance down or not. So can you
Ex-
share that story as
Yeah. So why don't you share about NA24, and I can add on top of it, since you brought up the story. Go ahead, man. Let people hear your, or do you want me to
so
tell the
I'm
whole
not
story?
exact. I'm
Sure.
not completely aware about
Not a
the
problem.
story that how much for
Sure.
how much time it was down and how many
Yeah.
transactions were failed.
Yeah, exactly. So, what happened with NA24, and this has been like, I think this was close to or before London World Tour. Um, the NA24 server for the data security data center had some issues, and it went down completely, which was one of the most busiest servers in the North America region. And on the top of my mind, I don't remember the exact number of transactions that were lost, but the redundancy that usually kicks in also didn't kick in, and people were just freaking out to understand they would. There was no way that they could access production. Um, the cases that were lost were also um, not retrievable. So that was one of the largest service disruptions for Salesforce till date, and it was, I believe, identified as database corruption, or I'm not sure exactly. But um, what happened was, even I think I believe even trust.salesforce.com, it was updated as a service disruption, but then it took almost a day, I believe, to get it resolved, and it caused a lot of problems. With one of the major customers, had escalations till Mark Benioff, and that's why this news got a lot of traction. Um, and if if you had looked at trust.salesforce.com, the status was getting updated to say what stage they are in, there's a resolution, and how basically that was being handled at that point in time. So I believe this is one of these instances to know whether if Salesforce was down versus if your IT team is blocked or firewalled it. So yeah, that's one of the definitely good use cases to check it out and see what the live status is and why it happened. So all the information about that downtime was posted in trust.salesforce.com. Yeah. Anything else that you wanted to add Vinay, that I missed out?
No, that's all. Because mainly this was a kind of use case because I saw a lot of tweets at the time that why
Yes.
this is it down or not? So people if would have been aware about trust.salesforce.com, they would
Yes.
have gone over there, and they would have checked the status that how is it happening, why is it happening.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you example, one of the times I couldn't log into Salesforce at all, and I was, the first thing that I should have done is look at trust.salesforce.com, but I was almost definite that it was a firewall issue, and I was trying to tweak around, spend an hour or so. Then I checked out trust.salesforce.com and said there's a service disruption. So, and again, this is instance specific because it's to spread out the risk. So if something is wrong, you definitely go check out trust.salesforce.com and get that going. Cool. All right. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Anything? We'll talk about anything Salesforce. I think I'm gonna talk about how we're gonna evolve this. And Atul, you've been doing an amazing job with Trailhead, Race for Trailhead, and other amazing live video meetups. So we're gonna do hopefully next Saturday a live meetup in Kochi, and it's gonna be really casual. We're gonna probably do some Salesforce Trailhead badges. Maybe just talk about something that we did last week, what we really liked, and want to hear about your stories as well, guys. So don't feel shy, and go ahead. It's a good place to share. Cool. All right, that's a resounding yes, I believe. So not all at once. All right, guys. I'm not going to take too much of your time if you don't have anything else to say. This was a very good start for us, and I'm very excited to move this forward. You'll start hearing more from everybody here at Kochi next Saturday. Yeah, please, I will upload this video, the recording, and share it very soon. All right? All right, guys.
Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Thanks,
Vetri.
guys. Have a great weekend. Yeah.